Buddy, welcome to episode 324 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined, as always and forever, by my mainest man, Willie P. Sailor. Willie, how are you?
I'm great. Wyatt, I am rolling.
Oh, Tombstone reference.
If you get a call from 324, area code 324, don't answer it.
Don't answer it. So it is episode 324, and if this is your first time listening, welcome. Thank you for giving us a shot. And it used to be like for the episode numbers, it would be like a weight class or something pertinent. But now we're past 285. We're out of kilos. There's nothing we can do. So now we've resorted to area codes. One time it was Illuminati. One time it was Iowa City. Now we're at 324, which is, if you get a call from that, it's an invalid caller ID or an international number that got truncated. So kind of a deposed Nigerian prince type of situation. So don't answer. So the more you know.
Scam artist.
Scam artists, yeah. And there's plenty of them out there. Believe you me. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome all of you. Welcome to Willie. Welcome to Kyle Brackey. Coming off a Packers win. He's here.
I needed that after the weekend.
Yeah, and, you know, a lot of people were pretty quick to pile on. Brackey's from West Virginia, loves West Virginia football, and the Fightin' Dressers took it to him.
Yeah, I think we'll get to it later in questions. But
We'll get to it later, yeah.
If you want to hear my thoughts, I'll be sharing them on the bootleg later this week on Flow Football.
The bootleg.
The original.
Nice plug.
Thank
The
you.
actual bootleg.
Daniel Roy Lobdell Jr. And 40% of this show is just to keep the Lobdell family informed of their son's whereabouts. So if you were curious, one time he lost a car and his mother never knew until she listened to FRL. So we're just trying to keep her up to speed. He's doing fine. I think he could eat a little more, but other than that, he's good to go. All right, enough housekeeping. It is Earth's Week. But before that, how about this? Normally, during wrestle-off season, we're just scouring Facebook, looking for someone to go live on a cell phone, and we'll embed the Facebook Live on our site, and we'll call it content because it's October and there's nothing else really going on ever. Well, Ohio State, shout out to the Buckeyes, Tom Ryan and company. They're going to live stream their wrestle-offs. It's great news, right? And they're going to be live on FloWrestling, so great news for us. And there's a few pretty interesting matchups, and only two of them are going best 2 out of 3. 149, which is probably, I'm going to say it, the biggest wrestle-off, maybe the most high-caliber wrestle-off in the country, right? Micah Jordan versus Keyshawn Hayes. And then 74 is pretty interesting, too, because I really like Ethan Smith, and he'll be taking on Tishan Campbell. So those will probably both go. Those are both going 2 out of 3, and that's on Thursday. So really interesting to see that, and guys' thoughts on the wrestle-off in general. We'll see their whole team, basically. Yeah, I'm pretty fired up. I'm pretty fired up for 49. Maybe we take some predictions here.
I like that. I like that they're wrestling off in public. You know, when a lot of teams have gotten, they do public wrestle-offs, but the important ones they do in the room. You know, like Lehigh has public wrestle-offs, but the most important ones they don't have public. You know, some schools do that, but I like seeing.
I have to briefly call it fake news because there was an epic one with Gordon Wolfe like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Where they scored around 64 points. So
Really?
Yes, it was kind of like that Noah Adams match where they just kept switching each other and they scored like 60 points. It was kind of like that, except with Gordon Wolfe, it's kind of unintentional.
I just remember Lehigh's I don't know, a couple times. The ones that I wanted to see, I don't know, somebody was not available at the time. It just seemed like they wanted to hold the most important ones privately. I remember a couple schools doing that. But no, this time we get to see Mickey and last year we saw Joey and Keyshawn. At least one match, right? Wasn't that?
It was
that
one.
supposed to be best of 3?
It was supposed to be best of 3, and Joey got hurt, and then it was like, okay, Keyshawn's going up, kind of thing. And you feel for Keyshawn because the guy is really, really good, but he's got, McKenna transfers in, kicks him out of his spot. Now Micah's coming down, and I don't know who's going to win that match. Truly, with Micah's bottom issues and Keyshawn's, ability to ride on top, he's got a shot. Although I would say that Micah is the favorite.
I would say so too. We just haven't seen so much. I mean, Keyshawn, he had a decent match with Zayn last year
he kind of did, but didn't he get teched? Like I think he had the first 2 takedowns and got teched.
Yeah, I think something like that.
So
I think that's a good match against Zayn.
that's actually a good
If you
match.
score 2 takedowns.
Honestly, it was kind of MVP performance.
So is our understanding that for 149, that's it? They're not going to go to an open. It's just that's going to decide it, and loser goes up.
Well, I guess since one of them has to go up in weight, they'll try to figure it out here because Ohio State doesn't often send guys to opens. They used to do either Michigan State or Eastern Michigan, but more recently they haven't done that. So I would be kind of surprised, kind of like after the McKenna-Keyshawn wrestle-off last year, they're like, okay, well, we need to kind of figure this out because someone needs to go up and not be really small all year.
There's also Joey was going to U23 Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So there was also that precaution, like, well, we want our guy to be able to do this. We don't want him hurt for that as well.
Right.
Played into it. So the wrestle-off for 157 then is for the number 2 spot, I guess? Because they're still having a 157 wrestle-off.
No, maybe they'll wrestle off, but I think it's pretty much understood that whoever loses 49 will beat Elijah Cleary or whoever emerges it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So 57 is for the backup spot.
Well, I guess, but I would imagine there's some due process there, and they're going to wrestle the match. I'm just not in the moment.
Okay.
Actually, I think someone may have told me that yesterday that they would wrestle that off. Yeah, Hayes, Mick, loser will have Cleary. That's a direct quote.
And then for 74, so for all the weights where there's more than 2 guys, they're happening today, correct? The preliminaries. So does that mean Smith has Farrow, Ethan Smith has Ryan Farrow, and the winner gets T-Shin 2 out of 3?
No idea. I don't know.
Thursday?
I don't know who's wrestling who. All I know is we'll have the final matches as of Thursday.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. College wrestling will be back on Thursday.
I'm assuming Ohio State will put out the results to the preliminary matches tonight, and that way we can have the Thursday matchup set in stone.
I'm going to file a Freedom of Information Act and make sure we get that information. The public has a right to know.
And
We really do.
last year, Iowa had no video, but they tweeted out the results and they allowed people to watch their wrestle-offs. So seems like some schools are kind of open to these things. And I was compiling a list, like first weekend, Lehigh, Arizona State, bunch of schools have public wrestle-offs that first weekend of the year after November 1st. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Nebraska has public wrestle-offs. Like, they have a thing. Like, come and watch. An entry fee or whatever. Iowa, I think has it open to the public, but it's in their room, I believe.
Accurate. And Penn State's are super secret in an undisclosed location. Some
not in the wrestling room?
No, undisclosed.
Well, they had them public before.
It was like David Taylor's true freshman year.
David Taylor against
he got
Kyle,
majored by Kyler Sanderson.
right? But they haven't had him since, or
Not to my
I don't
knowledge.
remember. Yeah.
And he said, that's enough of that. Okay, so wrestle-off. Wrestle-off season is upon us. Get excited because the first, November 1st, the real thing. Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Yeah,
That's a Thursday. So literally 2 weeks from Thursday, the season starts.
that's right.
And there's a good chance both of those matches will be – well, I'm sorry. Cal State Bakersfield will not be live on Flow. But Wisconsin, Buffalo, and West Virginia, Northern Colorado will very likely both be live on Flow.
Northern Colorado, West Virginia is, for sure. And
So with the Big Ten, we're still waiting to hear. Kind of the way it works is they send us the schedule, and then we know what we have, what's on Big Ten TV is not live on Flow. That's just live on the Big Ten Network, and then we get everything else Big Ten Plus. So theoretically, it would be pretty surprising that Wisconsin-Buffalo would be televised, but we can't say officially we have it yet. But we're gonna have that. Okay, unofficial.
Well, it gives us time.
But definitely.
We have wrestle-offs Thursday for Ohio State, and then And then Saturday morning, there's the World Championship.
We have interplanetary competition. And obviously we've got some American flags here. One thing, I tried to ask you this, Willie, but you couldn't hear us at this point, but I'm thinking about having a pledge, us say the Pledge of Allegiance Thursday on the show. I don't know.
Is that a separation of church versus state issue? Or I am in. I would say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay. Will you? Now, this is a pretty big honor in elementary school if you lead the Pledge of Allegiance, if you get it started.
I'll lead it.
I'm not ready to bestow that on anyone yet, but I think right now, I think you're the leader of the clubhouse.
Okay. Who's the top patriot of the group?
I think me.
Not Nomad.
Not Nomad. Definitely not. Nomad's the last place American.
You are. Nomad. What does Nomad believe in? Nomad doesn't even believe in.
No, don't get him on the nationalism thing. We're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. We just established he doesn't like Iowa, doesn't really like America. Probably because he doesn't like America, probably because Iowa is in America. That's probably the only reason. He's probably fine with every other aspect of this country, but then he found out Iowa was a part of it. He's like, forget that place. I like Chechnya.
No comment.
No comment, which means you know what it means every time. So, Interplanetary, getting started Saturday morning. We will have Joe Colon, Jordan Burroughs, probably going to be some ups and downs there. With Burroughs, I'm feeling like some ups. We're going to feel good there. Joe Colon, probably be a tough go.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you do. You do, though.
We
have a preponderance of evidence that says you probably know here, Willie.
About Joe Colon.
Huh?
I've had good feels about Joe Colon. I don't know. I don't think.
Let me give him database access real quick. Hold on.
Yes, I know the results. I just don't.
But at Worlds, maybe once all the good guys are there.
No, I'm optimistic. Can you be optimistic? Where the team's going?
You're right. Joseph Daniel Colon, I believe in him.
It's a great middle name.
It is. And honestly, his full deek stuff is not that bad. Maybe he's going to...
So it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to do an article. I'm going to write it today. It'll come out tomorrow. And it's basically USA versus Russia. So I did this for Ohio State, Penn State last year this past year at NCAAs, and kind of going to take top two teams and analyze kind of their point range potential. So on Saturday, as we said, 61, 74, 86, 125. So you're going to get Jordan Burroughs and David Taylor right off the bat. You could get Taylor, Yazdani. Gwiz, obviously returning bronze medalist, so him doing really well again like that would help us a lot. And then Joe Colon, wild card, late edition. Sunday, Gilman, Dake, Cox, Stieber. Gilman, Dake, Cox, Stieber. So 57, 79, 92, 65. All those guys have medaled before. And then finishing off with 70, 97 on Monday, Green and Snyder. And everything carries over. So finals and medal matches and repechage will be the next day. So 61, 74, 86, 125 start on Saturday. Then all those repechage and medal matches finish on Sunday.
I love that it's 3 days. So really 4 days.
Yeah.
Stretch it out a little bit. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun. It's going to be hard to... The one thing, it was kind of easy to know, like, okay, this is like the Daniel Dennis day and the Jordan Burroughs day. And then, now it's...
What really throws me off is... So on Tuesday, you'll have the repechage of 70 and 97 mixed in with women, which really throws you off.
Yeah.
Like, I get that it's separate, but yeah.
Okay.
Separate, equal.
So
listen, 61 though. I think Joe Colon will be all right there. Corey Clark just beat Dubov.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know how deep the weight is. And doesn't Colon have a good seed?
Yeah, he is seeded. He's like the 3, I want to say.
Hold, please.
How do you not have this memorized? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a 3 seed because he placed at a couple places. He did Pan Ams, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, he's set up all right.
Oh, he's 4 seed, and which gets him to avoid Rashidov, which is good.
Yeah, that's good because he's pretty good. You think Rashidov's going to win for show?
I think Rashidov one of the heaviest favorites to win.
Really?
Yes.
I think he's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Wham. Okay.
I mean, it's Worlds. So, crazy stuff happens. But pre-tournament favorite, I think he's one of the heaviest favorites.
Yeah, right at the top.
Wow. Yeah, who are the biggest favorites to win?
The biggest favorites I would say is Rashidov and Gadji.
At 79?
The 79 one, yeah. What would you say, Nomad?
Based on results, that's hard to argue. I mean, when you consider that Dake has pretty clearly established himself as number 2, and Gadji beat him by 6, I believe, at Urigan, kind of hard to argue that.
I mean, on paper, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, right. We're obviously saying other guys can win. Of course, we're acknowledging that.
I think Dake can win,
yeah.
but on paper, I think those two are the biggest favorites.
Well, it's not good when they're Russians. We need to beat them. Yeah, I guess when you go weight by weight, 57, who knows? Takahashi lost. 61, you guys feel Rashidov. 65, are we not feeling super confident in anyone there? I mean, I guess we just saw Aliyev lose to Stieber, but then he turns it around, does great at Euros.
Haji's a favorite. Chikaev, obviously very good. I'd like to see Chikaev wrestle Konchikashvili again. All those matches are awesome. Gadjiev of Poland is still there as well. Otaguro, who beat Stieber.
Is he definitely down at 65?
Who are you asking about? Gadjiev?
Gadjiev, yeah.
I believe so. I mean, ultimately, Poland's lineup isn't going to be helped either way, right?
That's what I mean.
So he can pick whichever one he feels more comfortable. He'll win.
Yeah, so that's a pretty even weight, really, because I like a lot of those guys. 70, I don't know. Who's even the favorite at 70?
Well, you got to go Yakubishvili.
I know. That's my guy.
I mean, Yakubishvili walked in last year as the 1 seed, which we've talked about seeding a whole bunch, but he ended up backing up and winning. He's going to be the 2 seed now because Kurbanaliyev's 2 seed. He's not going. And he beat Romanov. He won Worlds last year, so I don't know how it's not him. And then Gazi Magomedov, who won 2015 Worlds in Vegas over Yazdani Trati in the finals.
Yeah.
He's going to be up there. And then, I mean, even with James Green has had some trouble offensively this year, but he's shown up at multiple world championships, medaled age level, senior level.
Seeing some of these number 1 ranked guys, like Frank Molinaro beat them. Like
Gadjiev?
He beat Gadjiev, he beat Akabishvili. He had a pretty nice run there in 2016. Okay, that's an aside. And then 74, I don't know. Burroughs is going to win. I know everyone's a little nervous. I'm completely confident. I know.
I'm pretty confident, too. I mean, again, on paper, Chimizo's a freak and can win, but on paper, I lean towards Burroughs. I mean, Chimizo's taken losses, and also, my thing is that I think that the way Jordan scored on Chimizo is more, you can replicate that more, and the way Chimizo scored was kind of like, can you really count on that happening again? I guess you can, because he makes it happen, but you know what I mean? I don't want to say it's fluky scoring, but I don't know. I feel like Jordan controls his own destiny more than Chimizo does when they wrestle.
Yeah, it's going to come down, if Burroughs is finishing, he'll win. He's proven he can get to his legs frequently. Now, Chimizo did get in deep, and it was that late takedown that kind of won him the match, so Burroughs will have to be aware. But, man, I just feel like he dictates so much. His ability to get in. He'll have a game. He's going to have a very Chimizo-focused game plan. I thought he looked great at Dogu when they wrestled, and I'm fully confident that he'll out-wrestle him and win, and it certainly will be tough, and Chimizo's amazing and an international treasure for sure. And but, yeah.
One thing you got to love about Chimizo is the dude wrestles everywhere.
Yeah, he's getting that mat time.
The thing with Chimizo that hurts Burroughs is so good in parterre with his lace, and even we saw him in Final X learning Dayton's trap arm and kind of developing a gut slowly. But Chimizo is so dangerous from bottom in parterre that it's almost like go Kyle Snyder, where take him down and then look at the ref, right? Just hang out, because you could very realistically put yourself in a situation where you could get put on your back or give up a reversal. And
well, it's so rare that when a guy, I mean, in international wrestling in general, he is on attack when he's underneath.
Yeah.
And he has such unreal feel and core strength and stuff he can do. It's like, man, you are better off just kind of like hanging out or letting go. Or, I mean, I've even, that one, I think it was Euros, he scored big points when the guy was trying to lace him, and he ends up exposing that guy, which is kind of weird because in a leg lace, you literally have to expose yourself to turn him. But the way it worked, it kind of made sense, and he scored 2 when the guy was leg lacing him. So, yeah, he's super dangerous underneath, and I think it's one of those situations. If you don't get your lock on the lace right away, and it's one of those instantaneous things, maybe you don't even press your lock.
And the other thing, like you guys were saying, look, Chamizo has gotten legitimate takedowns on Burroughs.
Yes.
Right now, to Willie's point, Burroughs probably has more reliable offense on his feet, and not just in terms of like what we've seen all time with Burroughs, but also in the matches against Chamizo. The other thing to remember, so a couple things. Number one, Suchkov, who is not Suchkov, Sidakov, Zarbek Sidakov, who is the Russian representative, has beaten Chamizo, beat him in November. Now that was a tournament in Ossetia.
That's kind of my thing too. I mean, we want Burroughs to win. I mean, frankly, we want Burroughs to win, and if Burroughs wins by not hitting Chamizo, it's all right by me. But we would like to see Burroughs beat him head up. But that's another thing when I'm talking, especially when you're talking about betting, who are you gonna take? I think that Chamizo has an opportunity to lose to some guys.
For sure.
He lost to Nikita Suchkov, right? And
lost to Dimitrios.
I don't know if a lot of people remember. I don't know if a lot of people remember, but the match before that, he damn near lost too.
I don't remember that match, but he lost. He had that crazy win over Sabalov. Then he lost to Dimitrios late.
Yeah, Dimitrios beat him.
Right. So yeah, he's vulnerable and he has lapses, and yeah, there's so many reasons. I think the mental side is why I favor Burroughs as well. I just think he's just more hardened. I think he's got a little more resolve, a little tougher.
Yeah. So good point there by Christian that he beat me to that one. But as far as the seeds go, it's 74. So Chamizo's 1, but then none of the other I guess Bekzad can definitely medal, but none of the other contenders we just mentioned are seeded. Bekzad's 2, Kaisanov of Kazakhstan is 3, and then Guleyev of Slovakia is 4. So you're getting Burroughs, Demirtas, and Sidakov thrown in.
Unseeded.
No idea where they're going to land.
They could all be topside with Chamizo, theoretically.
Right, which is how you get something like Kaisanov. Kaisanov makes the finals for Kazakhstan, right? Yes. Like, that's in play. So just kind of some stuff too. And then Ganzorig and Nurkov are also.
Ganzorig's been so flaky. I used to love him, but
he's all right. One time he had a bronze medal, and then he celebrated, and then they didn't win. And then his coaches disrobed. It was a real thing, guys. Go back to 2016.
Derek Lewis knows why they disrobed.
That's true.
Yes, Derek Lewis does know. So yeah, some seeding chaos potentially with that, and we'll have to wait until Friday for the
draws.
Do they drop the draws or a day early, even though they don't weigh in, or they wait till they weigh in?
What are you asking about, weigh-ins or matches?
Yeah, brackets.
No,
brackets
about draws.
Brackets for 74 will come out like Friday afternoon.
Got it. That was my question.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll know the draw then, and we can collectively freak out, celebrate, prognosticate, whatever.
Hey, I want to know, what are you guys doing for the? What are you guys doing for Worlds? Are you guys gonna watch it at 4 a.m. at HQ?
I'm hoping for friendship.
I'm miss that.
Yeah.
I will be.
Is anybody in the Lehigh Valley watching? Let's get together at 4 a.m. and watch Worlds together, so we can have friendship. Fellowship.
That would be good. I think we're gonna have friendship at. We better have fellowship at HQ, even though a lot of our fellowships are gone. You're
Oh yeah,
gone.
half your fellowships.
It may just be me and Bracky. Who's even here?
Yeah,
Holmes?
I'll be at Agony Names, so I'm gonna miss a lot of it, which is not ideal. And then Spay, Bader, Mike Mal, and Joe Caney are on the ground.
Oh.
Willie's obviously here, so it'll be you guys and Holmes and Nick V. Basically it.
Nick V ain't coming in.
No.
You kidding me?
Probably not. You're
Where's
right.
Nick V's coming if he's still up? Figure that one out. Oh, Travis Peter. He's our guy in the control room / command center. He says he'll be here. Production mastermind. And he says America.
What did you guys think
Travis
about
should be on the show.
Russia's comments about the Snyder said
What
July?
in the world? What is Gusinov is losing his mind? Okay, so
And it's I don't know if it's a translation, but in my opinion, it's like poor / weak trash talk.
well, it is definitely translation.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, read
Well,
it.
I mean, when he says,
Let
I don't
him-
know
let
if
Kyle
it's
read it.
translation-
Kyle-
I don't know if it's translation when he says he's not going to score a point on him. That shit's stupid.
Let Kyle read it in a Russian accent.
I can't do the Russian accent. I'll just read it. Sadulayev wasn't prepared well last time. Sadulayev is 10 times better than Snyder. If we don't die, and if these wrestlers are alive, we will see them wrestling in a final again for sure. Being a coach with 47 years of experience, I guarantee Sadulayev won't give him a chance to score a single point.
How you been coaching 47 years to say something so stupid?
If we don't
Like
die,
you're saying.
If we don't die before Worlds,
don't
they will
die.
wrestle.
I think that means as long
gas tank issue.
as long
No.
as long as everyone makes it there alive.
yeah, you know,
Like as long as there's not some
you've heard
catastrophic
For a barring
disaster.
catastrophe. right?
you've heard the phrase like, "Hey, he's still alive."
God
in the
willing,
tournament.
yeah.
That's a bit.
What? Also,
that's a
he
bit heavy.
says he wasn't prepared well last time, but Gusinov was ahead.
No, he wasn't.
He
No.
wasn't last year.
No, Gusinov was gone after 2015.
Also,
They only won like 6 golds, so they said, you know what, we need to shake it up.
hey, Russia, thank you for installing Tadiev. He is an inferior coach to Gusinov.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Sorry.
I think Tadiev just got some ties or something. I don't know. I can't stand that guy. Actually, I kind of like Gusinov till this. Now I'm out. He was.
Is there any chance that they start juicing back up again?
Well, yeah, of course they're going to hit the juice bar.
What do you mean?
I don't think they ever stopped.
Why? You think they stopped? They just getting.
I think they stopped for sure.
You do?
Yeah. At one point, yes, I think they
At
stopped.
one point, when they went to sleep, they weren't injecting stuff into there.
No, I think after the Olympic stuff, they chilled out a bit, and then I don't know. WADA just said, "It's all good, guys." So who knows? Maybe
They
start doing it.
basically got told that before the Olympics too. I guess it's fine. They're kind of WADA don't care.
But not to go back and rehash this, but I don't know if I ever made this point. The thing that was such bullcrap about all of the meldonium stuff. So every year when WADA like updates their prohibited substance list, it comes out in like September, giving you 3 months to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing that was once illegal that was once legal and is now illegal. So to have a positive test in like June when you were informed the previous September, come on.
Come on, man.
That was such bullcrap.
Slava Medvedev.
Slava Medvedenko.
Yeah, I mean, listen, cheaters cheat. They're cheaters. They're full of cheaters. The idea that Sadulayev, didn't he like? How was he at Russian Nationals?
Not so good.
He was getting scored on and stuff.
It wasn't, but it wasn't so much that. It was like Sadulayev has for years been so creative on his feet, has been so like I like conversion time as a stat. It's really interesting to me. Like time from shot to finish on the mat, always been really high. Like never really had to scramble to or like put a lot of energy into his shots. He was getting stuck under a lot.
Who does your conversion stat work?
Yeah.
I
Where do we
do that
find
myself.
the stats on that?
You don't feel like sharing your conversion statistics?
Well, I do it kind of like as I'm watching the tournament. Like I don't, but just go back and watch Sadulayev film and just see how quickly he finishes his
is he about
shots.
a 2 Mississippi or so?
No, the highest that I can remember, Yonimitsu was like 4.5 for 2012 Olympics,
4.5.
which is patently absurd. But yeah, he was getting stuck under a lot, which is like not Sadulayev like at all.
Maybe he'll break out the firemen's again. Sometimes they just have moves they use for a year and then they're gone.
Hey, let's go real quick. Let's go your picks if you were betting.
If I was betting. If we were a betting man.
If you were a betting man.
Gilman plus 550?
To win. That's to win.
All right. Plus 550?
I like it, though.
I mean, Uguyev at plus 700? Jeez.
He ain't winning. I would never take that. I don't think Uguyev is... I don't think he's placing at all.
Well, let's hope you're right. Dang.
Gilman. I like Gilman at 550.
So we should read them because everyone's like, "What the freak are you talking about?" Starting at 57. Here's the lines. These are posted on what?
Bet DSI.
All right.
The article is also on our site right now.
FloWrestling.edu.
It's called World's Betting Guide: Lightweights.
Takahashi, the reigning champ, is plus 150, or Dinabot plus 175. Adirashvili plus 325. Gilman will beat that guy if they wrestle again. Gilman plus 550. Uguyev plus 700. The field plus 700. And I don't know who you really get in the field. That's exciting.
I think the scariest thing that you get, the plus thing that you get in the field, I think, is Kang or whoever North Korea might send.
Okay. And who knows? Sometimes their planes get struck by lightning and it impacts their soccer teams. One time that happened. So I think it's Gilman at plus 550 because America, and I don't think he's that far removed from a Takahashi, even though he's 0 for 2 against him. Yeah, I like that. I like Gilmania.
Who do you like, no man, at those odds?
At these odds, I like Dishishvili, but going in, I think Dinabot is gonna win.
I think Dinabot's gonna win too, but
Mongolia no win.
Mongolia,
they don't win
never won a gold.
Yeah, they ain't starting it this way.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you think Uguyev is placing, no man?
Uguyev is going to need some bracket help, some draw placement help.
I don't think he's going to medal, which is great for us.
Well, it's really tough to say. You know, the thing of that is, it's like at NCAAs, you can like definitively say, Nick Lee's not placing, and like you believe it because you just don't think he's one of the top 8 guys or whatever. That's probably a bad example.
You can also draw out the...
But it's like you kind of have an idea. You know approximately how hard or easy it's going to be. You have no idea. He could have a... It's hard to be as definitive. But yes, I guess you guys don't like him as much. But plus 700, you get the Russian.
Being on top side helps him as the 1 seed.
Yeah, he's already... Uguyev's the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Then that's insane.
Who
knows? There's going to be like 8 guys there.
Yeah, I don't think he makes a final.
Well, yeah. I would hope not.
Yeah.
So that's 57s. 61, Rashidov is minus 159. That is bizarre. Never seen a minus 159. Seen like minus 150.
Is that supposed to be 150?
That means it opened at something and people bet on it already.
They bet it down to minus 159. All right. Becca Lamtadze plus 240. YBR at plus 300. No way. Wow, this weight's not that. Yeah. Varzatalov plus 1,200 and Dubov at plus 1,500. Corey Clark not mentioned here.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Rashidov is massive favorite.
Well, I guess Lamtadze's the only. Yeah. No, Rashidov's going to
I just wouldn't bet this weight.
Yeah, well, minus 159, if you were like...
That's not terrible.
No, that's not. If it's like a Alexanian level favorite or whatever, even though he just got pinned, maybe he's not the best example. But if you think that's not bad, if you think he's the biggest favorite in Worlds,
I do.
Then minus 159 is pretty fair. It's basic. Yeah. It's close to even.
I would bet Rashidov for sure.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Okay, moving up to 65 kilowatts. Haji Aliyev plus 135. Chikayev 175 plus. Kinchikishvili plus 250. Bajrang plus 900. Odaguro plus 1,100. And Stieber plus 1,200. The field plus 1,800. Kind of like Kinchikishvili because I think he's the best wrestler in this weight.
It's really good value,
It's like
too.
it's
Plus
like
250.
the thing has kind of been Konchikashvili or Aliev, who's kind of like the baddest lightweight. And me personally, I've always been a Konchikashvili guy over Aliev. And at plus 250, even though it's 65 kilograms, I mean, I'm not really worried about him going up in weight all that much. So
I am.
You are?
I think.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to split the difference between you two because I was worried about him going up in weight, but now I'm at a point where I think he might start being full bodied there, a full 65.
I'll say this: it was smart to do because I don't care that Haji made 57 at the Olympics. Like when it came out that they were going same day, Haji had to go 65. Kinche had a little more, but it was like it was going to be terrible for him, and I still think 61 is perfect for him. But it was smart because do it now, get yourself ready, and then you're just 65 through 2020.
Food fluids
Yeah.
do it right.
So I think Aliev is the favorite now, but we've seen Konchikashvili beat Aliev multiple times going back to their days as like cadets. So,
I know, but not recently, right? Aliyev's like Aliev won the last two, right?
I'm trying to think of the last time they met. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, I mean, those two are still going to be in play for the next 3 years at this weight. But I think Aliev's the guy this year.
I'm Team Vlad.
Can Chikayev go with these guys, no man?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Konchikashvili, Chikayev 2017 Eurofile was one of the best matches of the year. It was 11-10. Chikayev 5'd him. Kinche came
That's
back.
right. That was crazy.
Oh,
We
yeah,
watched
that-
that at Old HQ.
That's the other thing with Konchikashvili.
Chikayev.
You have to pin him or tech him. Like, the match has to be over because as long as there's time on the clock, he can come back. We've seen it too many times.
Okay.
Nomad, do you believe
In
do
life
you believe
after
in
love.
Bajrang?
No.
Are you on the Odaguru bus?
I'm on the Japan
A lot of
is going to sneak in and get some medals bus, but not a gold bus.
No, not
bus.
gold. But a lot of people are banging the Odaguru drum.
Who's banging that drum? Japanese people?
No. Well, I know Nomad likes him. Pitar likes him a lot.
Otaguro is the guy who, when Spencer Lee had the Japanese singlet, that was who it was.
Oh. I'm in. All right.
Way back when.
70.
He beat Higuchi 2 days ago, for what it's worth.
Was that the Penn State wrestle-off?
Yes.
70. Gazi Magomedov, plus 140. Hekobishvili, plus 180. Gadzhiev, plus 275. Green, plus 500. And Kwiatkowski, plus 1,200. In the field, plus 1,200.
I'm going Yakubishvili all day at plus 180. I
Yeah.
don't use-
I'm going Greasy, plus 500. Get that chip, JG.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad of a bet.
Plus 500 for the reigning silver? I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. I kind of like Gazi a little more, actually. If I'm picking a winner, it's probably Gazi. But value, plus 500 for Greasy.
Gazi's overhook is so hard to score on.
I kind of like how Green matches up with him, actually.
Yeah, and we
He
didn't
could-
get to see that one in Vegas.
He could just get torched, because who knows? But I don't know. Green, I'm feeling America. 74. Burrows plus 110. Chimizo plus 120. Demirtas plus 400. Sidikov plus 550. Abdurakhmanov, the pride of Clarion, plus 1,200. The field plus 3,000. That could be plus 30,000. If someone outside this field wins 74, for the love of all things holy, I don't know what happened.
It would have to be something like there's
Burrows Chimizo round 1.
yeah,
Yeah.
Chimizo wins and then falls to like
Demirtas.
who then
What I was gonna say is
Sidikov is abducted.
it would have to be something like 2012 when Varner won, where there's a concentration on one side and guys get hurt, and then there's a guy who in my opinion, I don't know that we knew Varner was that good going in, and then we saw it and we're like, okay, well, he is good enough to win the Olympics. So it would have to be a guy like that who shows himself to be that good coming in, and all these guys are on the top side or get hurt or whatever.
Yeah, but like Varner was a world medalist. At
Yeah,
that
that's
point.
true. You're right. He'd he was bronze the year before, I think.
And
so that's probably
I
not a
guess,
good example.
Well, I'm assuming this means that Shabanov is not at this weight. If he is at this weight, I would bet plus 3,000 on him. Just on a
bet
$1.
Yeah, give it a shot.
You'd win 300.
Yeah, that'd be okay. Spend my $1. Beneath the
Fuck
home
out.
beer.
Where has he been this year? I have to
All
double
right.
check that.
Shabanov's been wrestling.
He's been 79.
I take Burroughs here. It's not a great payoff, 110, but
plus 110 for the guy that's gonna win. That's good.
I think he's going to win.
You get plus money for the best guy. That's always a dub here in America.
That is one of the nice things about the wrestling betting odds. I mean, besides Rashidov, was there anyone else that we went over that was a minus favorite?
Just a minus 159 guy.
Yeah, so
That says something about. I mean, that's what makes Worlds so exciting. It's like, going into a lot of the NCAA weights.
It's a not a foregone conclusion, but
Certainly not. But, a few weights, definitely. 49.57 last year. I guess not. NCAA is great, too.
okay, question about this.
It's all awesome. Wrestling's the best.
Now that I think about it, NCAAs is cool.
I guess it is the best tournament ever, every year.
Okay, question about this. So we have World's Betting Guide lightweights. So I assume there's going to be a last five, so we can go over that on Thursday.
Perfect.
Will, correct?
Post Pledge of Allegiance, yes.
Okay, second question. So I know that the betting closes after draws come out. So does that mean...
No. Every time I've seen them, betting has closed before draws come out.
I'm sorry, before draws came out. You're right.
Darn.
So does that mean all betting closes like Friday morning, or just the weights that are being contested that next day on Saturday?
I don't know.
They'll
But
leave it open.
I think I would like to see it open, but my gut is that they shut the whole thing down.
Yeah. So question, like, for example, Kyle Snyder starts on Monday. Therefore, does that get shut down Friday morning, or does it not get shut down until Sunday?
I
Sounds
would
like we don't
imagine
know.
that. I would imagine that you have to have all your bets in by Thursday night.
So listen to FRL on Thursday. Get your bets in after that.
Got it. All right. 8:43.
We didn't even get to the top half. We'll get to the top half of the next show.
Top half of what?
The 79 on, like, our picks
yeah.
and analysis.
Thursday. That's what Thursday's for, buddy. All right. Questions from friends. We have so many friends now. Or just people that want to ask questions.
Did you go back and load up from last show?
Oh, no, I didn't. Dang.
We got some good ones from this.
We got some good ones this week, too. All right. We'll see how it goes. All right. Cody Cleveland.
Here we go.
If we had a spike ball tournament as a fundraiser, would you guys be our celebrity drop-ins?
Of course.
Of course, yet at the same time, you should try to top that. If we are the
If you could-
celebrity
yeah.
drop-in, this fundraiser is already not going well. We should be like, all right, Kenny Chesney's out. I don't
We can get
know.
the guys from FRL.
Let's get the FRL guys. And there's probably a couple steps between Kenny Chesney and us, too, I would imagine.
I would hope.
All right. This is a late entry to FRL just 18 minutes ago.
Someone asked this on YouTube too.
Tougher
This guy. He asked on YouTube.
This is the best question ever asked on FRL.
Tougher duet to sing by yourself. Picture by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow, or Party for Two, Shania Twain and Billy Currington.
I think it's Party for Two.
I was gonna say picture, just because there's some real emotion you have to tap into on both sides. And,
Yeah.
some tricky harmonies, maybe.
God bless your soul, Cole Garcia.
Cole Garcia, I'm not sure who you are, but you're hilarious. And we thank you for that question.
Solid question.
The beautiful thing about that question is tougher duet to sing by yourself.
No, Matt, what's
Like,
your
you're just
answer?
sitting there.
Yeah, I guess picture, but like, yeah.
Well, let's try Party for Two and then try picture right now. 1, 2, 3.
Here
Go.
you go. I have not listened to Party for Two in the, I don't know, maybe once.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know that song,
I've heard picture
actually.
far more often.
Yeah.
You listen to that a lot.
Well, just when
not a
you're
lot,
going
but radio and
Some radio and just having a good cry.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have some pretty fun
What
every.
did Nomad sing? What did Nomad sing at the...
He sang with Travis.
Me
He
and
sang
Travis.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
And
the house
Nomad
down.
took his shirt off.
No, that was year before.
Oh my gosh. All right, back up. Hold on. Kyle brings up, so every winter we have a big company Christmas party, and there's often karaoke and stuff. And so 2 years ago, Nomad's worked at Flow like 4 or 5 months.
It was great.
He takes his shirt off
was awesome.
at the offsite and is like
Threw
not
it.
even being funny. He's not even trying to be funny. It's like a
Just did it.
it's just like a serious thing he was doing. And we were like, is Nomad take your shirt off guy at parties? And then he, like, without missing a beat, he's like, yeah, I do that all the time. It's like his
great.
move.
It's fun.
And he has, like, contracting leprosy, so it's very brave of him. But he did it 2 years ago. Last year he kept his shirt on.
But he sung. Last year was "Living on a Prayer."
I think it was that one, or what's the other?
I don't know what it was 2 years ago, but this past one is Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer with Travis, who's in the control room right
And
now.
it was outdoors, and he did keep his shirt on, as I
It was
remember.
freezing.
You're often freezing. All right.
Do you not remember that offsite?
No, it was cold. No, I remember very distinctly.
Okay.
Wrestling Nomad seems like the type of person.
This
to eat-
question pissed me off
I know, but it's really hilarious though too.
It pissed you off.
because it's completely inaccurate.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I will
Go ahead.
defend you. You gotta let me ask the question though, buddy. Wrestling Nomad seems like the type of person to eat his coworkers' food. My question to him is, why do you think it's okay to eat your coworkers' food? Which to me, I died when I heard that. Jordan Hildreth, you're funny too.
Yeah.
But I want to say, Jordan, you're not far off because there is someone here that would definitely eat coworkers' food. His name is Selfish Nick. And Selfish Nick would unabashedly go in there.
I've seen him do it before.
He'll just go in. We have a huge fridge full of people's lunch. Nick Valaket will go in there.
He took someone's pizza the other day.
He'll just eat it. Ryan Fenton, no one knows who this is, but he works here too. He'll do that too.
That's a get your hand chopped off offense.
Yeah, but Fenton's OG. He can do it.
The only thing I take is cream for my coffee. I steal people's cream, but Nick will take an entree and just be like, this is mine now.
Yeah, he is Selfish Nick. It is not a misnomer, but Nomad is not the type to eat coworkers' food. He's weird food wise in general. You never really know what you're.
I don't touch other people's food. I don't like other people to touch my food. There's a sharing. The way it works here, there's 2 big tables. If something is on one of the big tables, that means it's communal. That means it's for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in the fridge next to the coffee, that means that is someone's, and you should not touch it unless it is your own.
Unless choice C, when Jerry puts away the leftovers and puts them in the fridge, then those are back to communal.
Correct, because we know those were at one time communal. Once it becomes communal, it cannot become uncommunal until it is on your plate in front of you.
That's called eternal communal.
Yes.
And that's like the Venn diagram overlapping. So
Correct.
those are the clauses. Okay. Thoughts on Askren versus Khabib matchup? MMA. I don't know, man.
Go Askren.
Yeah, Ben Askren.
Go Ben.
Go Ben Askren.
Go Ben.
He ain't getting choked out. I can tell you that much. He's too big for Khabib. Too
Yeah.
big, too strong. But make that fight happen, please.
He'll be too good too.
And too good. Okay. Who is Nomad's favorite Iowan to hate?
Whichever one takes the mat next.
Oh, wow.
He's just leaning into
So
it.
Spencer Lee. Spencer Lee. Because he'll probably
That
be
was
the
great.
first one. All right. Right there. All right. We need a wrestling question. I love the ball busting, but we'd love to hear Nomad's minute-by-minute preview, but what are your predictions for Yazdani versus Taylor and Snyder versus Snyder? Preferably scores, not just who wins.
I read this question last night, and number 1, we're going to do upper weights on Thursday.
Oh,
and number 2, I'm
geez.
going to watch some film because I do. Okay, one of the things that's very funny to me.
You're telling me you do your conversion stats, but you don't have the film breakdown yet?
One of the things that's very funny to me is when you guys or people are like, you play the whole match out in your head. Da, da, da. I did that twice. One time, like unaccosted, like I just did it for Snyder Sedge Live, and I was basically right. And then it became a thing that I do, and then you asked me to do it another time. Those are the only 2 times I've ever done it.
Okay.
But it's something I do. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, it is something you do.
We love it. That's why we want you to do it.
Yeah, no issues there.
What about Ben Swallow's comment?
Yeah, we'll get to it. I just kind of wanted to break up the ball busting. Let me get one more
Yeah, yeah.
question. Get another question. This is interesting because I didn't know it. Thoughts on the new Tim Rice? He could be making this up, but I don't think he is. He knows what he's doing. Thoughts on the new college rule emphasis regarding hands to face? Any contact from eyebrow to chin is supposed to be called unnecessary roughness. 1 point, no warning or exceptions. That's interesting, and I get it. It was a little out of control. It was respectful of them to let Zane graduate before they did that. So shout out to the rules committee for letting him move on. Don't taint his Hodge. But I guess it makes sense. I don't know if we can be – I'm fine with it in principle, but I worry that an application that I haven't thought about or something that's like here, but like the part of my hand is maybe below my eyebrow.
I don't like that.
Yes.
I don't like the no warning part either. Because you could see a guy, like, go to do that, and he's doing it the correct way, and the guy moves his hand, and he accidentally gets him somewhere he's not supposed to. Like, just be like, hey, like, watch that.
Is this going to encourage jumping up so that the hand comes lower?
Right.
Yeah, I don't even think about that.
I'm not saying the other guy's going to move intentionally into it, but
that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I would do.
I don't like the no warning part.
I don't have any other shot.
It's like targeting in football. Like, a guy can duck his head, like, unintentionally or just reactively. And, yeah. But I'm with you, Christian. Like,
there has to be some kind of discretion in it that says he did it on purpose, because people are going to get poked in the eye 1,000 times. There's just going to be points flying up everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, intent is like impossible to really know. I mean, you reached your arm out. How did your hand get there? There's no one controlling your arm. So by definition,
but under that, so you're saying that just anytime a hand hits the face, there's going to be a point.
It's
going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of points, then.
That's what our rules expert Tim Rice says. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of points.
I'd certainly, like, if I were, wrestling competitively and somebody kept going hands to face, we're talking like practice or something, that's when you get a hard club back and be like, hey, man, like, let's wrestle. Let's not put – I don't know. I just think it's bullcrap to put, like, your hands in people's face like that.
I don't know. You know what? When I wrestled, it's a long time ago, but when I wrestled, people didn't hit you in the face.
My question, what does this mean?
On the head, maybe.
What does this mean for clap doubles? Can I clap in your face and shoot a double leg? That was Kyle's go-to setup.
It was.
And now is it shots fired at clap doubles? I think that's the next progression. That's the next question I have. Okay. Next question. Benjamin Swallow.
I like Coach Garnett's question about.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. So if you're as you are probably aware, you have a large following in Iowa, and especially in Central Iowa. Just wondering if we can get a public comment from Kay Brackey about West Virginia coming to Ames and getting whooped. Please and thank you. Well, he was kind.
Ben, I mean this with all due respect, and everyone who favored it. I mean this with all due respect.
We're gonna need a boot button here.
Piss off. I said with all due respect, so
you can't get mad.
Right. So just
not allowed to get
piss
mad
off.
I hope there is a way. I hope that the camera was on him, because as Christian was reading this question, his like lip twitched in anger. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I will talk more about this on the bootleg if you really feel like listening.
Kyle, can West Virginia still get in the playoffs?
They have to win out and get a lot of help. So, not likely.
Dang it.
Can I give my thing for Coach Garnett just because
Please.
I like Mark? Okay. So the question is, you have to provide one. It's Coach Garnett from North Dakota State. You have to provide one piece of advice to coaches, both high school and college, to market their teams and dual meets. What is it? Okay, I don't know about specifically marketing, but one of the things that I'm really excited about right now in college wrestling is the amount of teams that have season tickets. I just think it's awesome to reward the reliable, customers and fans, and then also to create and expand your fan base and build it. So I don't know. That's just one thing that I'm really excited about, and I hope that as college wrestling continues to grow and wrestling continues to grow, the more teams are able to do season tickets, and that it becomes a thing. Like in the MLB, right? You get your Red Sox season tickets, everybody's taking pictures and everybody's hyped. Well, same thing for all college wrestling teams. So good on all those teams doing that.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics, but you got to do the work. I know that much. It's like it's not a if you build it, they will come type of situation. That's not going to get it done. You've got to do a Chris Bono type thing.
You got to be out there in the community. You got to be super active on social media and make dual meets events.
Yes.
Have some kind of promotion that goes hand in hand with each dual meet.
And make make the fans and the community, the local community, feel part of it.
Yes.
Right. I think that's what Bono had done so well, and I think that's not just Bono, but a lot of the successful programs make the passionate fan base feel like the part of the program.
Yes, 100%. So I don't really know the specifics, but it's going to require a lot of work if it's something that's important to you. All right, other questions. What are we thinking, guys? Shout one out if you've got one. This guy said, I four-way parlayed Burrows, Dake, and Snyder to medal with Magic Man PSU to win gold. Am I going to make money this weekend? Well, basically the bet, as I see it, that you made is that Taylor would win gold, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel really strongly about the other three happening.
Yep.
And are you going to make money? It seems I would love to see the odds you got on that, the real B. Benson.
Serious.
I didn't even know you could parlay in this situation.
I didn't either.
Maybe he didn't. But he says he did, and
Somebody else asked about that, though, so maybe you can.
I kind of do think he's going to win money.
Maybe they're going off book.
I think he's going to win money. Maybe he has a private bookie.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had one of those for wrestling. Okay, yeah, I'll say yeah, because I'm picking David Taylor to win Worlds. Therefore, yes, you will make money.
Are you going to make money? I think you will. I mean, obviously, the question is, will David beat Donnie Cherati? Can he? Yeah, he already proved he can. So we'll see.
Pinfall. For if any Iranians out there forgot, that's what happened. Okay, this guy, John Forster, is at Willie's neck about his GSP comments. My official FRL question after reviewing the names of who GSP out wrestled in MMA will really recant his statement that he is taking down below average wrestlers.
Did I say that?
You said,
first of all,
yeah,
a lot of people.
I went back and
forget.
listened, Willie, and you did say he's taking down non-wrestlers or non-good wrestlers, which is not.
I thought I said that about Khabib.
No, you said it about GSP.
Okay.
So you can recant here, and John will probably stop messaging you. Do you want to recant?
All right. I don't. Okay, so GSP took down some good wrestlers. GSP took down Josh Koscheck, who was a national champ. Okay, I thought I was talking about Khabib because this was framed. This was part of a question on who's a better wrestler, Pico or Khabib, which I totally dismissed. I'm like, who's Khabib?
Yeah, just go back and listen because we were definitely talking very GSP focused at the time.
All right. Well, all right, so GSP, am I supposed to admit that GSP took down some good wrestlers? If so, yes, he did.
Okay.
I don't know what else that means, but
John feels good. Hey, Karchla update, please. David Welchel would like one. That's at Stilly Vanilli. We're all wondering, Willie.
I don't know.
Okay, will you call him?
I've tried to be respectful. I don't think I've badgered him too much, but I do like Badger? Once a week.
Oh, Wisconsin? Oh my gosh.
Going off the board
here. I got you, dude.
No, I do like once or twice a week be like, hey, Carson, how's the whole recruiting thing going?
Sup?
And sup? Yeah, sup? And he'll just be like, it's going good. I have a visit this week to here. It's going good. I talked to this guy. As far as I know, it's the original school list. And he'll let me know when it happens. You tweeted last week that Kale was going to see him, right? That was news to me.
Yeah. Myron canceled practice to host Kale.
Moran,
I'm sorry. Myron of Croton. Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it. Kale loves the late swoop.
I would.
You know what? That's becoming part of their thing. I don't mean that in like they're trying to scoop up kids that. I'm not saying any impropriety. I'm saying what I've noticed and from the information that I hear is that Penn State seems to come in late. they came in late. Now you can call it late, respectively. Late with Master Giovanni, and that was a 2020 recruit. But right,
relative to the other teams.
Right, they probably got word that Trevor was thinking about making a decision, and they called him kind of late in the process. I think they probably started making a push for Starocki late in the process. They obviously made a push for Karchla late in the process. So it seems like Penn State's thing is to do it later, which I don't disagree with,
No, not at all. Works for them. Okay. I think we did it. I think we did this show.
Well,
did it?
there was a question about best duels involving no Big Ten teams. I put together a few.
The second one on his list is Oklahoma State versus Minnesota. So
Correct.
rough start there for the non-Big Ten teams.
Well, I didn't even get to say it, so you.
Right, sorry, I'm just looking. I'm trying to.
Okay. Oklahoma State versus Missouri, Oklahoma State versus Northern Iowa, Oklahoma State versus Lehigh, Cornell versus Lehigh, Arizona State versus Missouri, Arizona State versus Lehigh, Missouri versus Virginia Tech, NC State versus Virginia Tech, Lehigh versus Virginia Tech are some of the few that I found right before the show started. So there are plenty of good non-Big Ten duels. Just Big Ten is gigantic, enormous, amazing conference. What do you just do? They're better than everybody else at wrestling.
Yes, accurate. Okay.
I got one too, Chris. I just want to. John Rena says, "Piles, looking back on your 5 years at Flow, favorite trip you ever took, favorite tournament." Same question for Willie, Kyle, Dan, and Andrew, and the answer is Nick Reenan.
Not for me. 5 years. 5 years at Flow. Favorite trip I took. Well, that would have to be probably Final X road trip. If we're separating that, because that was just like a mega fun week-long thing. I would say had a lot of fun at 2015 U.S. Open. We were all there. Willie got gout. There was some fun football and NBA playoffs going on. Great wrestling. That was very fun. Favorite tournament is always NCAAs, without question, although Worlds in 2015 was definitely awesome. Favorite match, Virginia Tech, Ohio State in Blacksburg was so freaking fun.
For the Hokies.
Castle was rocking.
He went Megadeth.
I lost my voice and my mind. That was really fun. Favorite interview,
You got a plan?
definitely Kale.
Yes.
Kale's still the only guy that has ever denied me an interview, so he gave me that one. We'll always have the 15 scuffle, Kale. But yeah, my favorite interview in reality, I don't even know what that would be. It's kind of cool to interview Jordan Burroughs, and I've got to do that a few times, and that's pretty sweet. So I'll say that.
Me?
Yes.
All right. I think my favorite trip was the failed 7 hours to Stillwater.
To Iowa?
Yeah.
Iowa, Oklahoma State?
Yeah, where we rented an RV for like 12 hours and then tried to take it back and get our money back, and they wouldn't let us.
get it back.
And then we got an SUV, and it was me, Willie, Askren, Martin, and Sion. And it was a lot of fun. And then that duel was crazy.
It was a great duel. Which one did we drive back together? Was it that one?
No, that was Penn State.
Okay.
Um,
That was awful.
It was a tornado driving back.
It rained for 7 straight hours. Yes.
Martin calls. He's like, "Hey guys, you need to pull over and get a hotel."
Yeah,
It's
because
not
we left
safe.
like before you guys.
It's not safe. And I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay, yeah, maybe." We're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, we're just driving through." Like, what's the difference? You're like 40 minutes ahead of us.
It was hilarious. Willie's driving. He's like, "Man, I can't see anything." And
You could not see.
I was scared.
Askren is
I
in
was
the
scared.
third row, like literally the third row. He's like, "What are you talking about? I can see fine."
Was he just
And then
messing
we
with
get
us?
out to get
No,
gas.
he was
They're
dead
like, "Willie."
serious.
We get out to get gas. They're like, "Willie, you were driving in this the whole time?" I'm like, "Yeah, I told you I was fearing for my life."
You could not see.
I know you couldn't, but Ben's like, "Oh, pull over, I'll drive."
Jeez. I don't know if it's legal to drive without shit. Okay, that was fun.
Favorite interview probably when Tony Ramos
Oh,
said Schwab had been running his mouth.
Also,
quiet your mouth.
Also, I'd like to submit a nomination for when you interviewed Kale.
Yes.
And you asked what his team needed to work on before Big Tens, and he said wrestling.
That was great.
That was hilarious. Okay, so that's yours. Anything else to add?
Nailed it with NCAAs.
I'll submit Fargo 2016 as a really fun one.
That was really fun.
Nomad's our first coverage with Nomad. He was a big backdrop to many of our storylines and the fun that we had during Fargo. That was great friendship time. More about the fellowship than the wrestling on that one. Daniel?
Okay, so favorite trip and favorite tournament, I'm going to split them so that I can cheat. Favorite trip was Paris last year. Best thing ever. Favorite tournament was World Team Trials.
Oh, my gosh.
Favorite match was Snyder Sedge-Live, which I submit will be the greatest match of all time for many years. And favorite interview would be Yanni after CKLV last year because it was just incredible. Go back and watch that one. But yeah, favorite trip, easily Paris. We won the World Championships for the first time since 95. I'm, big Team USA guy, freestyle guy, so that was awesome. Tournament, World Team Trials, watch World Team Trials last year. Insane.
Yeah.
Snyder Sedge Live, again, greatest match of all time. Interview, Yanni's very, very personal. And then favorite moment, I will probably tweet it after this, is the video on Flow is called Nomad Bleeding Passion After World Championships. I don't know what it's called on Facebook. There's 3 things that people talk to me about when they find out I work at Flow, and they're like, no. There's shout out to the Burger King girl. There's Bleeding Passion After Worlds, and then just anything to do with FRL.
And your antics. Willie?
Love it.
I don't know. I know my favorite trip. My favorite trip was Junior Worlds to Brazil. It was just, and we didn't do great down there. It was just really memorable. So many things. We had a lot of good kids on the team. Micic placed.
That was when McKenna missed weight and Pico lost that crazy one.
I'll tell you, being there with Joey when he missed weight, I knew Joey since he was a little peanut, 7th grade, 6th grade, and it just hurt to see him. It hurt to see him try so hard and for him to ultimately miss weight. Very memorable. Pico got hit with that goofy match to Mamadov. It just things that just really stuck out to me. And all the wrestlers stayed in this one open air hotel, and everybody gathered together every night. It was just a really memorable experience. It was my favorite trip I ever took.
Nice.
The other things, I will agree with Nomad that the World Team Trials in Lincoln was probably the most electric thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But the other ones, interviews and stuff, I don't know. There's so many moments and interviews that are amazing that I don't know. None really stand out though.
Cool. Well, that's it. The show's over.
Show is over. We'll be back Thursday. Can you commit to Thursday?
Committed. Travis, can you commit to playing the outro song? He just said no.
So we're going to be doing upper weights on Thursday, the last 5 weights for World Championships. What else will we be doing on Thursday?
Probably more questions from friends.
More questions from friends.
And probably Worlds. It will be. No, we will not be talking much about Ohio State wrestle-offs because they won't have happened. It'd be great if they would do them Wednesday. Then we could talk about them for FRL. But Coach Ryan apparently has other ideas. Doesn't want to really bolster our FRL schedule. Fine, Coach Ryan. We'll just wait till Thursday evening. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you to ASICS for your sponsorship of FloWrestling Radio Live. Thank you to the United States of America for being the best country to not only live in, but to also wrestle for. And we are fired up for Team USA's quest to go back-to-back, and I think they're going to do it. I truly...
No, Matt, did they even say the Pledge of Allegiance when you were in school, or was that already out?
Yes. Of course they said Pledge of Allegiance.
We're going to say... now.
Yeah, they still say that.
They still do?
Yeah.
I thought they removed it.
They
Also,
say.
Kyle is younger than me.
Yeah. CPA, your wife's school, do they say the Pledge of Texas too?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
They do at Olivia. So they say like the Pledge of Allegiance and then a pledge to Texas.
Yeah.
Dang. That's so Texas.
It really is. It's the
That's so
most Texas thing of all time.
Texas, nothing loves Texas like Texas loves Texas. That's all I'll say.
fact.
Facts. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Texas. See ya.